Great afternoon. One of the most encouraging things that I've read from people that have read my books are that they said they're not readers. And it really fires me up because one of the things that I confess in my book is that I wasn't a reader either. I tell a story about the only two books I read in high school were of Mice and Men and Old Man and the Sea. And the only reason I read those two books is because they were shorter than the actual Cliff Notes. But one of the biggest differences is in my life is when I started reading. And so when I hear people say that they're not readers, but they loved my book, it just gives me hope. It just gives me encouragement because I know what reading did for me. And, I had a mentor, another thing that I talk about in my book, More Than a Believer, A Practical Guide to a Transformed Life, is one of my mentors gave me a book. He said, I want you to read this. And a lot of times we go, is there any other way? Can you give me the Cliff Notes? Why don't you just give me some advice and I'll just do that? Do I have to read a book? But I want to tell you right now, if you will commit to reading, it'll make all the difference in the world. And I know you're not a reader. I wasn't either. But I'm going to tell you what, sometimes it takes desperation to force you to do things that you've never done. And that's kind of where I was in my life. When God was stirring in my life, I didn't know what to do. One of my mentors said, here's a book. And I'm like, but I said, you know what? I'll do anything to figure out what's going on in my life. And so I read, and the rest is history. I love reading now, and I recommend it to everyone. So, hey, have a great day. I'd love for you to go pick up a book. One of those could be mine, but any other book will do.